On 5.1 practice B, you had the first 15. So question was number 15. I want to go through number like 8 or 7, and I'm going to use the table that I've got up there on the board so to kind of help you do it without the calculator, and maybe another way of doing it will kind of help you, okay, instead of just one way from there. So on 15, the biggest thing is anytime you type it in, I would suggest you can either do what's in the parenthesis first and then take it to the 5th power, or depending on what kind of calculator you have, doing it from there. So if it's the 7th root of negative 34, and then it's all to the 5th power. So what I want to do is, first off, if you have, depending on what you have, I'm going to go 7, okay, because it's the 7th root. And then I'm going to go math. I'm going to want to go to the 5 where it's the little x to the radical. Now, if you have like a scientific calculator, I think it's above the caret symbol, if I remember right. So I'm going to hit the 5. So it's like 7th root of negative 34. What I would suggest is going ahead and hitting enter there and getting my value, and then just leaving it in and taking it to the caret of the 5th power and getting negative 12.41405. What did it say? Round to 2 decimal places, or 3? 2. So negative 12.41. Like what I could do on a number like 8 is I could take 256, okay, if it's to the negative 5/4 power, okay, first off, I'm going to go ahead and switch it to the bottom side and have 256 to the 5/4 power, okay, and make it positive. If you want to rewrite this as 1 over the 4th root of, what we did yesterday was like this, and then put it in parentheses and put the 5 on the outside. Okay. With any of these, kind of your extra or your other way of doing this is to take the 4th root of whatever 256 to the 5th power is. Like that 5 can go on the inside if you want. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing it this way, because do you know what is 256 to the 5th power? Somebody type it in. Does it even work? I don't even know if it'll go in your calculator. Okay, yeah, so that's one way of doing it. Like, you could get by with it probably on a problem like 5, where you do 16 to the 3rd power and then get a number. Okay, you could probably get by with it there. You may even be able to get a number like 36 to the 3rd power and getting that large of a number. The only reason I wouldn't suggest doing it kind of the way in the red, if you have really small numbers, yeah, that's okay. But whenever you're starting out with numbers like 125, 256, even 27, okay, those are getting to be large numbers that are going to get really big really fast. So whenever I do this, if I'm going to do the way in blue or whatever color we're calling this, so the 4th root of 256, okay, I'm looking, if it's to the 4th root, I've got to look down my 4th power column. Do I have 256? Yes. Yeah. So what is the 4th root of 256? I'm going to go from here and I'm going to slide all the way out. So the little bitty 4, that's why I'm going to go to this column. And I'm going to go down until I find 256. I found 256. So then I'm going to slide all the way out to here. So what is the 4th root of 256? 4. Okay? So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this from the 4th root of 256 to 1 over 4 to the 5th power. Again, I told you yesterday, you don't have to be able to use a calculator for really any of these. What is, now I'm just going to go right back into my list. What is 4 to the 5th power? 1024. Okay. So I started here, I came out of my list, and then I just went right back in because I took it to that power. Okay, I took 4 to the 5th power, and I'm looking at 1 over 1024.